Good evening, everybody. We are back with Silent Hill 3. Last time we were doing stuff, and we got here to the capital. But basically, we went to an amusement park, and we had to fight like evil Heather, and we also fought Leonard. Then we fought a bunch of people, and the enemies were a lot more threatening than the boss fights. So that was the thing. But anyways, tonight we're probably gonna finish the game. In fact, I'm pretty certain we're gonna finish the game. I'm even willing to go a little bit over the usual 2 hours. If I see that, like, at the 2 hour mark, we're still missing, like, a little bit, but not much. So yeah, that's the goal of tonight. Just finish Silent Hill 3. I already have a trailer ready for the next game we're gonna be playing, so that'll be fun. And yeah. That's the goal of tonight. So anyways, there's nothing I can do with the organ. I don't know how to play anyway. Oh, that's okay. I don't believe there are any items. Oh no, yes there is. You're looking at stuff, Heather. It's a thing. Salvation. God made time and divided into day and night. God outlined the road to salvation and gave people joy. And God took endless time away from the people. God did a lot of things apparently. Is this the first one then? I would assume this is the first one. Okay, yeah, origin. Just probably read this in order. In the beginning, people had nothing. Their bodies ached and their hearts held nothing but hatred. They fought endlessly, but death never came. They despaired, stuck in the eternal quagmire. I don't remember what a quagmire is, but I know it's a word, not just a character from Family Guy. Birth. A man offered a serpent to the sun and prayed for salvation. A woman offered a wreath to the sun and asked for joy, feeling pity for the sadness that had overrun the earth. God was born from those two people. Let me read this one again, because now we're reading it in order. Okay. Salvation. God made time and divided it into day and night. God outlined the road to salvation and gave people joy, and God took endless time away from the people. Okay, so this is basically just... This almost feels like an alternate version of Christianity. Of like the Bible somehow. Anyways, let's see. Right now, this is 6. Okay, so I guess he wants to go over here. Actually, that kind of makes more sense. Creation. God created beings to lead people in obedience to her. The red god, Kuchilbara. The yellow god, Lopsulvith. Many gods and angels. Finally, God set out to create paradise, where people would be happy just by being there. Which is all fine and dandy. Number 5, promise. But their God's strength ran out, and she collapsed. All the world's people grieved this unfortunate event, yet God breathed her last. She returned to the dust, promising to come again. So this red dressed lady is God in this law. And then the last one was what again? Faith. So God hasn't been lost. We must offer our prayers and not forget our fate. We wait and hope for the day when the path to paradise will be opened. All that good stuff. Okay, well basically this is this world's version of the Bible. So here. Eye of the Night Tarot card. Okay, what do I do with that? Is that thing I can examine? Found this in the chapel. Is this a real tarot card though? I don't know. Let's see. It looks... okay, it says 22. I'm not entirely sure what to do with the number 22, but I'm sure it'll be of importance someday. Yeah, let's just go into the chapel, see what's going on. Already had 5 minutes here. We've just been reading like things. So it really I'm really feeling like I'm missing something important here, because like I feel like there was an actual Silent Hill town that we had to explore. The cold scriptures. They don't look too worth reading. I hear something over there. Is this Claudia?
I'll stand within the very flames of redemption, no matter how they burn me. Forgive me for my wicked act of revenge. And deliver the soul of my poor murdered daughter. Please, also care for the soul of the girl whose life I have taken. God, I am a child, trembling with fear as I stare at death.
This actually doesn't sound like Claudia.
Soothe my tortured soul with your infinite mercy. Please, forgive me.
Yeah, it might actually not be Claudia. That might be someone else. Oh, well, you do. Say I forgive you or don't say anything. Well, fair enough. In a weird way, Heather is technically God from my understanding. Like, she's got some connections with the person that birthed God, so, you know. Someone's saying there. And this doesn't sound like Claudia, so I'm willing to forgive whoever this is. But it might be Claudia. No, whatever. I just say forgive you. Well, we have moral choices, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Lord.
Okay, what now? I gotta admit though, Heather's model is like really good. Again, this is 2003 on a PS2, like very few games with the in-game, with like the in-engine cutscenes managed to look that good around this time. So, you know, props to the Silent Hill team. Just a chapel. A church map. Okay. So, we're here. And I guess there's a couple more doors I can explore. Back here, so I should probably try and do that. Before I proceed to the, what seems to be the inner parts of the chapel. Okay, well that's broken. It's broken too. This is where I need to be. There's no reason to go back to the amusement park. Ow. I guess I just goes back to the amusement park. Any more doors? Nope. Does not seem like it. Okay. Guess we should probably start off by saving in the other save file here, so I make sure I don't fuck it all up. And the exam room save file. There we go. 6 hours and 11 minutes. Not of streaming, but of non-paused gameplay. unpaused gameplay. Relentless gameplay. Whatever you want to call it. Alright. I'll turn this on like that. Oh, there's enemies around here. I don't see them, but they're over there. Trust me. This looks locked. Just... It's a normal lock, I suppose. Can we see in there? Nope, we just know there's something in there. So let's go in here and figure it out. Oh, it's one of you. Okay, I'm not messing with that guy too much. Is there anything else I can do in here? Ow. I should probably not be in here. Ow. Well, god damn it, I forgot this thing's kill you like 2 hits. Well, good thing I literally just saved. Okay. Anyways, I didn't see anything of interest. There was something written on the chalkboard, but we probably don't need it. I'm going to assume that we don't need whatever was written in there. So I'm just gonna proceed as usual. Let's see. Just make sure you know that this is locked. And now we can come over here. And just completely avoid this monstrosity. Come right in here. And now face whatever is in here. Do we have a map of this area now? Well, it's being drawn by Heather, but yes, we do. There's 3 doors in this immediate hallway. Oh, it's one of those guys. That's dangerous. This map's always a little bit interesting because they have to be drawn by your character. Is it the painting that's crying? There's a picture here of an angel flying into the heavens. Nothing special. Okay. There's a wheelchair here, just a plain old wheelchair. Nothing special about that wheelchair, trust me. Okay. Well, let's see. This looks very suspicious. I'm going to explore that later. You only hear the crying when you're going through that little hallway right there. Let's see. There's a wheel. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, there's a problem. Hold on. I should probably get rid of this guys immediately. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem if those guys are gonna stay over there. I should probably heal. Yep. I don't like wasting ammo so quick. I mean, wasting supplies so quickly, but whatever. Shelves are covered with file folders and boring books. No useful information here as far as I can tell. Well, I sure hope you're... Hi. Ow. Thank you. I now see things that I wouldn't have seen before if it wasn't for this camera shot. Is there something gonna pop out of that window? Probably. Cassette tape. And some files. There are a bunch of papers in this file. I get the feeling that it's a handwritten copy of some book. Represents the deity known as the Halo of the Sun in heraldry. Herald symbolizes a religious group. The 2 outer circles are charity and resurrection. The 3 inner circles represent past, present, past, and future. Usually drawn in red, occasionally drawn in black or other colors, but blue reverses the meaning into a curse on God and is therefore forbidden. So just make sure it's not blue. Which means we should probably make it in blue, just to see what happens. If it says it's forbidden, we probably have to do it. Okay. Alright. There we go. Took care of that. There were a few handgun bullets, but not much of actual use. Now I can go in here and figure out what's going on with this particular place. I have a feeling we're going to be in a lot of danger today. Saint Nicholas, miraculous hands of the Doctor of God. Okay. Saint Alessa, Mother of God, Daughter of God. Fascinating. This picture. That's me. I'm holding the baby. And I'm the baby being held. That's not how that works. The me that wanted death and disappeared with God 17 years ago. And the me here and now that sought life. Well, I guess we're getting a little bit of backstory here. Saint Jennifer, unwavering faith under death's blade. What? Does that mean she got crucified and was still praying while she was being crucified or something? Okay, well anyways, go to the circle in the middle. The circle means reincarnation. That's what it said in that paper back there. So that isn't the end. Pretty good deal if you ask me. Thanks to reincarnation I died as Alessa, but I'm still living as myself. But you know, just the thought of it is starting to turn my stomach. Oh, that's also a save point. It is also a functional save point, the belfry. Okay. What do? There's no other doors I can explore around here. Other than that locked door back there. There was a locked door, but I haven't gotten any keys. I've got a cassette tape. I guess we could explore the cassette tape, see if there's anything on it. Let's see, there's no label, but the tab's been removed. It might be worth checking out. Okay. Where is there a cassette player around here? Is there seriously nothing else in this room? I find that hard to believe. Like, any of this wind, like the non-picture stuff do anything? No. Okay. Nicholas hands of Doctor of God, okay. I'm not entirely sure who Nicholas is supposed to represent, but anyways. Let me reload that real quick. But I should probably... Actually, I'm gonna keep this on in case I need to knock one of those big dudes down. And I guess the only thing I can really do anymore is either figure out what's going on with the crying, or go back and look for some for something. I'm pretty sure I explored the that one room pretty thoroughly. What's the name of it? Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot this thing was here. Okay. You know what? I probably need to take care of this guy. Okay. I'm literally just gonna take care of this guy so that I can explore around here a little bit. Oh, she kicks slower if she's holding a heavier weapon. Well, now I know. Something is written here, but it's too faint to read. The note's stuck on the board frame or anything either. Okay. Well, let's see. So how many shotgun shells? I don't have that many shotgun shells. I should probably save what little I have. Which means I should equip a different weapon. Okay. I don't see this body bag here though. Like, you gonna comment on that, Heather? No. Okay. Okay. Aight. Guess we'll just keep exploring around, see what we can find. I wonder, can I, like, do anything with these people from back here? Okay, well, I'll take that as a no. It's locked. And it doesn't tell me anything I can do about it, it's just locked. There's no keys that I have or anything. Let's try going back in this little chaplet. Not the chaplet, yeah, this little room. Maybe I missed something. Cold pictures, they don't look worth reading. What can this be? It doesn't matter. I'm probably a father of some description. Nothing to be said. Nothing more to be said, I mean. Oh, there's no keys in there. Okay, well, I must be missing something somewhere. Somehow I remember this stained glass. It shows God and the man and woman who birthed her. I used to come to this chapel all the time when I was a little girl. I came to worship God and to ask for my prayers to be answered. But it wasn't exactly me. It was actually Alessa when she was still a little girl. But anyways, none of my prayers were ever answered. I'm sorry. Okay, what else can I do around here? Like, if I had an actual puzzle to solve, maybe I would do something, but I don't. It's just... the lock is broken, I can't open the door. But don't you actually list this as a locked door? Okay, let me step away from it a little bit. Okay, no, it's actually a scribble. It looks like a locked door from here. Anyways, is there anything else? Well, there's a second area there with another drawing. I'm not sure what to do with that. Is there perhaps something in one of these chairs? I'm not seeing anything. Well, you can look at the circle there, but there's nothing else of interest on that table. There's nothing to do with the organ. I can't leave the chapel either, so there's really not much I can do here. My only other option is to figure out what's going on with the one, if I missed perhaps any items on that other room that's being guarded by these two people. I might need to try and kill them. Just out of a lack of being able to do anything else. I wonder if I can try this. If I hit him enough times. Ow. Ow. Okay. Hold on. What damage have I taken? Enough. There we go, he's dead. Okay, if I can at least keep one of them dead. That'll make things a little bit easier. Maybe I should use the stun gun against the other guy. Actually, no, let me use the maul first. Or maybe the katana will do fine too. I mean, I would think the katana is worthy enough as is. Alright. I've been trying to keep up with the latest political debates, but I just don't have enough time. My news station went for a full 30 minutes so far. This last half is probably going to be littered with ads, so I'll be here for the next 15 minutes or so. Yeah, I was actually watching the debate before I started the stream. I'm not gonna get into it here, of course, but yeah, I did watch it, and stuff was said, and voices were heard, and points of interest were brought up. Ow! Can I block that? I don't know if I can. Hey. Let's see. I'm probably gonna end up dying anyways here, so. That's what the stun gun does work. Okay, well, there we go. It's been taken care of. Now, let me see. I might have to just reload because I just wasted a lot of ammo and supplies here. But I had to figure out exactly what the game wants me to do here because I don't have many options. Okay. So again, we read this. Talks about the circle and the stuff about the circle. But nothing else of interest was said. Anything else I can do in this shelf? No. I need to figure out where I need to go and what I need to do. So wheelchair here. She did say something else about this before, but anyway, so what are you doing in Jim Sterling's cellar where he keeps his failed clothes? We're in the church right now. And I'm actually just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go, because I don't have that many places to go. But what little I have explored isn't giving me any answers. So I'm literally just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do here. Is this a person? Not quite, maybe, but I don't feel like pulling back the sheets to see. Okay. There's a locked door. And that's all I can really do right now. I don't have the key for it, and there's not many places where the key could be, because I've already explored everywhere where it should be. So, you know, we're in a slight predicament here. That's what I'm saying. There's a crying person in this hallway. Well, not anymore, apparently, but, you know. It's a wheelchair. Can't do anything with these. Let's have numbers on them. Nope. Can't do anything with those. Okay. I literally just need to figure out what I'm supposed to do. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We're at the door, but there has to be something here. There has to be something in this room that I haven't looked at yet. Maybe it is candles? No, she's not even looking at the candles. Maybe one of them will have something. Nope. Okay. Go back over here. Oh hey, what thing happened today? A train derailed near the road I usually take to work. Oh, sounds dangerous. Are people okay? That is concerning. Anyways. Unfortunately, it's so dark out I couldn't get a good look. Yep, I can definitely imagine being a bit catastrophic. So I hope everyone was okay in the in whatever events happened. Okay, there has to be something I can do here. No. Oh my god, what is... I don't want to have to bring out a guide just for this. But unfortunately, some of the trains around here just transport goods. The number of people involved were quite small. Wait, no, fortunately, not unfortunately. Okay. I mixed the unfortunately on top of that comment with the previous one. Okay. Let's see. That's... Do I have to do a thing here? Unwavering faith under Death's blade. And this is the miraculous hands, a doctor of God. I keep bringing up Harry's letter as if it was the item I'm looking for. Okay. The Eye of Night tarot card. Where could I use that? It can be combined too, so that means I'll probably have to use it with along with something. I believe the conductor is more or less at risk of injury, being at the head of the train and all. I guess it just kind of depends on what the on how the accident plays out. Well, there's a picture here of an angel flying into the heavens. Nothing special. And there's something behind this picture though. Girl's cries and footsteps disappear beyond it after all. Oh, now you give me the option. Okay, well, no, fuck that. I'm gonna reload. And then we'll be okay. Guess it depends on where they could see the disaster coming. You can just jump off and jump out and bail if so. Yep. Anyways, yeah, I'm not keeping those ammo wasted and those supplies used. I don't have that many of them to begin with. I'm not about to go wasting them. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so now I can move this out of the way. There we go. Again, I'm not sure how efficient it would be to jump out of a train that's about to derail. And again, it kind of just depends on what's going to happen. How exactly it's going to derail and everything. This is covered with a sheet. What is that enemy? I actually cannot tell what that enemy is. In fact, it's not a normal enemy. It's like, you know, those guys, like those human-looking people that you see like hanging all over the place in here. That's what one of those guys is. So you know. Anyways, just a wheelchair. There's not even on it, but whatever. Game, don't be crashing on me. That'd be mean. This looks dangerous. This whole area looks dangerous. Okay, hold on. Let's not go falling off the map now. Or we'll just be a bad idea. Okay, lock is broken. There's a couple of places we can go to. Okay, well that lock's broken too. Okay, well that's now broken. Don't appreciate the sounds, game. Do not appreciate the sounds. Let's go back upstairs though. I'm not done exploring up here. Oh, it's one of you. Oh, it's one of these guys. Ow! Okay, you attacked faster than I was expecting. Okay. Just stay down. Jeez. How much damage did that do? Not that much. Okay, I'm fine. Growl classic. Previous boss is turned into an average enemy. I love it when that happens. Okay. This one works. Let's see. This room looks normal, which is suspicious. Let's see. What's that note read? What's that? Okay, I can't read that note. These books look like real mind benders. Think I'll leave them alone for now. Don't have the patience for that. Now that's important, clearly. This whole place looks important. Spoken tarot here. Tarot was based on the 22 Hebrew consonants and is said to represent the entire world. Each card numbered 0 to 21 has a particular meaning. By reading these cards, fortune tellers predict the future. For example, the first card, the Magician, signifies creation, wisdom, beginnings of destruction and fraud. The second card, High Priestess, denotes intuition, harmony, fate, or dogmatism and arrogance. According to some texts, the Gardener deck had more than 22 cards. The Gardener deck does not exist today. It is mentioned only in literature. It is said that these extra cards were based on lost Hebrew vowels and denoted an otherworldly transcendental existence, i.e. God. Well, we have card number 22, so that's probably important. Okay. One earlier this month, funny coincidence, I read about a Japanese rail that got shut down because of a slug. Like a single slug, or some bit more substantial. I would imagine something a bit more substantial, but I might be mistaken. Science Hill's Ancient Gods, a study of their etymology and evolution. What a mouthful. Let's see. There is no religion that has remained unchanged from the moment it was founded. This one is no exception. When this religion fell into the hands of immigrants, it was deeply influenced by their own original Christian beliefs. Also, that god creature up there, that's the final boss of Silent Hill 1, so that's important. For example, the traditional representatives of these primal gods may be given the names and descriptions of Christian angels. Thus, shared characteristics begin to appear. There is also one rare example of the chief deity, creator of paradise, or lord of serpents and reeds, being dubbed with a demon's name. Of course, this was not done by believers, but by their opponents. Okay. What's going on with that? I thought the slug made the rail scars. They've been taught, is that all it takes? But it turns out the slug was actually inside an electric box somewhere, causing a malfunction, so probably no one was hurt. Okay, so electric malfunction due to, like, slug slime. I can believe that more than, like, an actual slug just derailing a whole train. Okay, we got the moon. And we now have a cutscene. Ah, yeah, this cutscene. I believe this one is also important because of being thought-provoking or something like that.
Hiya, Heather.
You show up everywhere, don't you?
You make me sound like some kind of unwanted pest.
Well, who are you anyway?
Haven't you realized that yet?
Yeah, you're on Claudia's side.
I told you not to put me in the same category as that mad woman.
Well, you're pretty loony yourself.
It's true. We believe in the same God. But I'm quite sane.
So why did you help me out then? Was that also part of trying to resurrect God?
It's not uncommon for people to worship the same God and still disagree.
God? Are you sure you don't mean devil?
Whichever you like. The point is that now I really am on your side. I don't want God to be born. Wouldn't be convenient. Much too unpredictable.
So you've been using me to stop Claudia, is that it? Do your own dirty work.
My dirty work? I think we both had our own interests in mind. You hate her too, don't you? You're the only one who can get it done. I don't have powers like you two. Besides, I always hated getting all hot, sweaty.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking out for myself. Everyone does it. Don't stand there looking so smug. You're the worst person in this room. You come here and enjoy spilling their blood and listening to them cry out. You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Are you talking about the monsters?
Monsters? They look like monsters to you? Don't worry. It's just a joke.
I don't need you giving me any vibes, freaking Vincent.
Did you get the seal of Metatron?
What's that?
You don't have it? Leonard was carrying it.
You mean this thing?
Yes, that's it. As long as we have that, we're fine. Here, take this.
Well, alright, guess we're done with that. In the Book of Otherworld Laws. Anyways, what that cutscene suggests in particular is that the enemies of Silent Hill aren't entirely just monsters that manifested into existence out of nowhere, but rather that they may be like people, or might have been people at some point. Particularly, I think the fan theory is that they're actually the residents of Silent Hill turned into monsters. Because, you know, Silent Hill has this whole, like, religious entity nonsense, and I guess one would believe that the people of Silent Hill became monsters to represent the feeling of the person that Silent Hill is being built around. I don't know. It's really complicated, nonsensical lore that this game has. So don't pay too much attention to it. It's not worth it. Let's see. So we got the Moon Tarot card, which is number 18. Alright. Found this in the archives. I don't think it's an especially good card. Because we got the Eye of Night, which is 22. And the Moon, which is 18. Okay, that's the 4-number difference. So they're not really monsters, but actually people who are actually monsters. Yes. I guess. Yeah, they're basically, at least at one point they might have been people. And you remember in Silent Hill 2 when Laura, like the little girl, didn't actually see the monsters? So it's possible that the only one that only Heather and maybe like Douglas sees the monsters as, well, monsters. I suppose that's what that's trying to say. Not entirely sure that's what it really means, but you know, again, it's complicated, has many ways to interpret it. That's one of them. Okay. She couldn't see the monsters. This is obviously the work of an enemy stand. Oh my god. But yeah, Laura couldn't see the monsters in Silent Hill 2. And I guess in here Vincent can see the monsters like this thing, but not in the same way Heather does. I can't think in here, it's too loud. No, what if All Silent Hill is the enemy stand? Oh my god. This is my getting a little bit out of hand. Let's see. Let's just come over here. Explore this area. Is there someone over there? I see shadows moving, but not Heather's light doing it. I also saw your comments about the lens flare. It is pretty intense. I don't much appreciate it. Where are we? It looks weird. Is this the outside area, or is this something completely different? Probably something. I don't know. It's Silent Hill. Silent Hill doesn't make sense. Okay. This is grim. Why are you making me look at that leg? Okay, well, this is the only place here, so I'm gonna explore this real quickly. Get this shotgun shells while I'm here. Okay, I need to show you the Enya episode. It actually does give me some Silent Hill vibes in hindsight. Interesting. The door's open. Inside there's someone wrapped in a bag. Maybe... No, they're definitely dead. As far as you know. This one's bleeding. This one looks like they actually tried to get up and fight, but then died again. Okay, something worthwhile here. It was something about the wall being covered with something. I keep skipping dialogue when I don't mean to. Okay, we got the hanging man. Hold on. Corpse wrapped in some vinyl type nonsense. Let's see. Can I do anything with the foot here? The camera like explicitly went out to look at the foot when I wasn't even moving anything. So I would assume there's something about it, but I guess not. It takes place entirely in a spooky town shrouded in mist, where no one acts normally, with one or two exceptions, and indeed, by the end you realize it was all a work of a powerful stand. Ah! That almost sounds like the Call of Cthulhu. I remember I didn't play the game myself, but I do know that the Call of Cthulhu has a thing where, like, basically the whole town is all strange and shit. Okay, none of the books catch my eye. Although the bookshelf and books are all the same as that's. That doesn't catch your eye? Assume looks just like that's. It's more than just a resemblance. That's not sleeping in the bed, though. Oh, so we're literally just in Dad's room. In Harry's room. But here. Stun gun battery. More stun gun battery. Okay. Can't do anything with this book. There's a musty diary on the bed. What's it say? This writing. Is this Dad's diary? Why would it be here? I sometimes have the same sense even now that that girl is a reincarnation of Alessa. I don't worry about it too much now, that's all forgiven. You were unloved, Cheryl. Or was that Alessa? Now Cheryl is Alessa again. No matter whose reincarnation she may have been, that girl was my most beloved treasure. But that name was a mistake. At the time I thought of her only as a replacement for my lost Cheryl. When she knows the truth, will she feel bad? That's what worries me. Well, thanks, Dad. So I was Alessa after all. But I do have just a trace of one more memory left. I haven't forgotten my sweet and gentle mother. Which is not Sybil Bennett. Even though technically it should be. Lock is broken. Okay. There's a weird camera shot because it actually hides Heather's head for some reason. Actually, this whole area, like, except for the very front of the room. No, actually, no. Yeah, even then, the whole area kind of just hides Heather's head for some reason. That's kind of weird. Oh, hi! What the fuck? Okay, can you like tell me? Ow! Okay. Let's see. Yeah, please not do that again, Mr. Man. And we got the Hanged Man. Which one's this one? That is number 12. He's not hanging as I was expecting him to be. But whatever. A debate for another day. If you give the player complete control of the camera in a horror game, does it become less horrific? I suppose it... Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, okay, I'm done here. I'm not even gonna fight that thing. I'm actually done with this area anyways. Alright. Anyways, I guess it kind of depends. But generally I would say yes, because being able to control exactly what the player sees and doesn't see is actually a pretty common thing in horror games. In fact, Resident Evil is infamous for having a fixed camera that restricts what you can see as much as possible and only allows you to see what the devs wanted you to see. Wait, what's that? What was the camera like in PT? Well, okay, PT is first person, yeah. I was about to bring up another example, but then you have something like PT or Fatal Frame, which has heavy use of the camera, and in that sense, you know, in Fatal Frame, it was actually kind of scary to look around with the camera because an enemy could just randomly appear out of the wall that you were just looking at. We had that happen a couple times in both Fatal Frame 1 and 2. And, yeah, it's, it depends on how the devs want to make the game. In a game like Resident Evil and even Silent Hill, a fixed camera or a limitedly controlled camera works better. But Fatal Frame or PT made very good use of giving you full control of the camera because they made the whole scene scary. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that one. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Okay, can you all not, please? I really don't like the enemies in this game. They're a bit too aggressive. What the fuck is going on in there? Here's a good example of the camera angles being used to your advantage, because they explicitly made the camera so that this window beams prevent you from being able to see what exactly is going on down there in its entirety, which itself is kind of creepy. Because like you see there's something bad going on, but you can't really see what's happening. It looks like someone is dragging like a woman. In a very strange fashion. And that woman has shoes. And the shoes look uncomfortable. I'm glad Heather is wearing boots, because that's probably much easier to move around with. Anyways. Yeah, I want to stay longer, but I gotta go to work. See you later. Well, have a good day at work. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for letting me know my chat works and all that good stuff. Where are you? Oh, which one are you? Alright, let's see. What else can we... What else can we do around here? Okay, there's a door. Right here. Okay. Now, let's see. That's a... Nope. That's a long ass hallway. I'm not touching that. Okay, if we got ample space, I can dodge this, guys. No problem. Okay, that lock is broken. And this is probably place. Oh wait, I know where we are. This is Alessa's room from Silent Hill 1. Okay, I know it wasn't me. Alessa wrote this a long time ago. That's that chapel altar. It wasn't that one beautiful chapel. It was some other altar somewhere else. Oh, I know which one it is. There was like a little altar somewhere. Anyways, I guess we'll have to go over there later. Okay. We got a key here. A brass... Oh, right. There was a room like way the fuck back there, wasn't there? I'll have to go back there eventually, won't I? Oh boy. Let's see. This was the mall for my old room key. Well, that's the only room that I can think of where this might be connecting to. A memo book. Something's written inside. She's just beyond this door. I don't know how, but I can sense it. But she's not the only one there. I sense the presence of something extremely dangerous, even sickening. Or maybe what they call God. Nevertheless, I will open the door. Enough for this idle chit-chat. God, I'm not, but I fully intend to save her. No. Damn. The last entry was written some 17 years ago. It looks like Dad wrote this too. Yeah, but there's more of Dad's notes. Oh hi, it's Cheryl's drawing book. Or Heather's drawing book. I keep forgetting it's that like Cheryl gave birth. No, Cheryl became Alyssa and gave birth to Heather, who is also Alyssa. Like from what I understand, Alyssa gave birth to herself somehow. And yeah, this is my sketchbook from 17 years ago. For the front cover here is a picture of Dad. Really awful work. What's this doing here? Memories, I suppose. The door sure does rattle, but it's stuck tight. A secret hidden out of your sight. You may be thinking, what could it be? You'll need 5 magic cards if you want to see. What to do then with all these? I'll tell you straight, and then I won't tease. Just as long as you say please. Now the first thing you must know is that there's something in each row, but that is not the half of it. 3 would be too hard to fit. The upside down man under the ground. To his right, to his left, there's no one around. Leave him alone though, his tears are profound. The moon is up above the sky, a full crescent floating high. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of a crazy clown. Your Excellency, praying to God Most High, do you think you can tell me why you always look up at the night sky? Do you have it now? You didn't forget one major point you must not omit. And now at the last before you take a whack, here's one more hint to help you keep on track. Scary and hateful that thing in the night. Better be careful it's not on your right. Turn to the left and you'll keep in sight. So you'll open the door. I'm just sure that there'll be nothing beyond if but frightening peril. Forget about that, just stay and play, or else I'll be left here alone all day. It's telling us the order in which we have to put the tarot cards in, but we also need 5 of them. Okay, the top shelf has books on religion's teachings and textbooks, serious stuff. The other 2 shelves are full of fairy tale books like Oz and Alice, as well as Goose and Cinderella. I used to love these. Okay, well, it's locked. Got some cats. We'll put them in later. There's a closet. It's meaningless to me. I don't have time to wax nostalgic over these old clothes that I don't even entirely remember having. My clothes from when I was 7, they don't fit me now. Good thing too. Guess she doesn't like him too much. Scribbling on the floor here is Alyssa's. For some reason she always drew monsters like this when she was alone. Oh, it's the monsters of Silent Hill. Manifested themselves into actual real monsters that apparently are not monsters, so you know, it's complicated. There's some sort of landscape. Where is it from again? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't know, it looks like just a chasm of some description. A chasm, I mean. I don't know what card's in here. Okay, hold on. I used to take these dolls with me when I went to bed. Scarlet and... Damn, I forgot the other one's name. In fact, I don't even know which one is Scarlet. They both look almost exactly the same, so I don't blame you for not remembering. I don't remember what my, like, toys were when I was a kid. I'm sure I gave them names. It's been many, many years. I don't remember. Anyway, so yeah, we've got the option of going to the long creepy hallway or going back and using the key. So I'm gonna go to the long creepy hallway because at least it should feel new. And you know, I wanna know everything that I can explore before I go around. I don't like this camera angle. Oh hi, there's something following behind me. So who's... Okay, well there's two people hanging back there. What do I do about them? Can I do anything else in here? Can't examine that entirely. There's a thing down there. There's like a creature down there. Hold on. Well, maybe it's just a bed. I don't know. Point is, there's something following me. But I'm not sure if it's threatening. Aha! What's in here? Not much from what I'm seeing, but there is a door. Okay. Again, we still need 2 tarot cards. There's probably gonna be one here. And one over by where the unlockable door is. I said there's some kind of drug here, but there's just a name on the label. No description or anything. It's too risky, never mind. Okay. Let's see, we got ourselves a book. Something stuck in this book. Well, first of all, it's a card. The Fool Tarot card. We also got Aglaophotis. I feel like I have to read it, but at the same time, I don't want to. Aglaophotis. Red liquid or crystals resembling blood. Oh, that's the thing we used with... Yeah, that's the red liquid we put in the bottle in Silent Hill 1. Okay. According to the Kabbalah, the name is taken from an herb with the power to dispel evil spirits. It is said to grow in Arabian deserts. May be vaporized or applied as a poultice to guard against demons. It is powerful, but as it is rare, it is extremely difficult to obtain. Okay. Well, let's see. It's a picture of me when I was 7. I look bored and sad. Well, of course I do. I was always like that back then. It's not like you're much happier now, but you know. Maybe 4 years ago, Mom, Dahlia used me to summon God. God was in my womb, but I couldn't deliver her. Then I was shut up here in this hospital room. I stayed here until Dad helped me out when I was 14. God ate away at me from within, driving me mad with suffering. There I was, wishing I could just die and be done with it. But I went on living in that nightmare for 7 years. Looking at this bed just reminds me of those awful days. And I don't want to remember them, because I'm not Alessa anymore. But Alessa's still me. I'm really not trying to deny it or anything. I wonder if, like, Heather is, like, the first Alessa to, like, break out of Silent Hill. Or if the, like, Alessa generations have been going on for, like, centuries. This is a picture here, but it's not on my style. Yeah, it feels like Alessa, like the adult Alessa that we made in Silent Hill 1 was like the first Alessa. Cheryl was the second Alessa, and now Heather is the third Alessa, I suppose. Ah, you're there now. Well, anyways. I think there's something here. So can I do anything over there now? No. Okay, well there's just 2 people here now. I do not need to come back here, fortunately. Yeah, it's not like I can access that area. Alright, so now we just need to go back to the first floor and take care of stuff. There we are. It feels like Heather is... like this entire like Silent Hill God generation nonsense is relatively new. like almost like Silent Hill 1. Yeah, like almost like Silent Hill 1 started one generation after the whole God nonsense started. And now Silent Hill 3 is the second generation of it, and you know, the idea here is to finish it. But whether that's actually the case or not, well, that remains to be seen. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to think about that the actual lore within, the actual lore of God and everything within Silent Hill is not that, it's not that recent. I mean, it's not that old, it's actually fairly recent. So you know, that's a thing. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, we need to go back to our one room. There's gonna be enemies here because I reloaded. Okay. Dodging those guys is gonna be a pain in the ass coming back, but whatever. I'll have to do it. Oh god, no, that's dangerous. Ooh, that's real dangerous. Let's just go in here. What enemies are we looking at here? Oh, I guess one of those guys. Oh, but there's one of those things too. Let's see. Well, there's a door directly to our left. Let's explore what's in here. And again, I just need one more turret. How high is the school? Okay, what's in here? It's handout with our classroom resolutions written on it. Doesn't say anything about abandoning your friends or scribbling on the desks. She remembers that. Well, yeah, so basically all of Heather's memories coming back to her. Yeah, it's this one. Drop dead, go home, drop dead, thief. Used to be Alessa's, I mean, this was my desk once upon a time. I don't blame Alessa for feeling depressed and guilty and all sorts of things, because people will be very mean to her. Like, there's a ratty old notebook on the podium. Oops, and there's a letter stuck in here too. Let's see. There's a girl named Alessa in my class. If your memory is any good, you may remember her. She's the one I said they called the witch. Most likely her mother is abusing her. I've never seen her come in without some sort of scrape or bruise. Her expression is pitifully dark for a 6-year-old. Something like this may not be so uncommon. Rather than coming up with pointless ideas, it's best to just watch and wait. Or isn't there something I can do to help? I'm considering consulting a lawyer, but I do have my reservations. That's why I thought I'd ask you, my friend, for your opinion first. K. Gordon. Oh, it's Mr. Gordon. I'm Mr. Gordon. Probably was like a principal of the school or something. There's a map here, but I don't need to take it with me. Well, it's just a map of the US. I wonder if it pinpoints where we are, because again, we're supposed to be like some... Silent Hill itself is supposed to be like in Maine. Somewhere. Well, that's pointing at Florida on the left. I'm pretty sure Silent Hill is not in Florida. This does not look like Florida. In fact, it was snowing here in Silent Hill 1. It does not snow in Florida. And if it does, it's a fucking catastrophe. Which, fair enough, that might describe Silent Hill. Which is a wolf. It looks like a dog, but it says wolf and everything, so... I mean, it's a canine. Okay, so where are we now? We are here. Aha! It was smarter to go this way than to try to go directly. What's going on over here? Oh, hey, cassette tape. Tape that looks perfectly usable. Well, then let's use it.
Do you know about what happened here 17 years ago?
Yes.
You've been here a long time. You must have heard some details.
A group of pagans, blinded by earthly desires, spit in the very face of God. They tried to use the seal of Metatron to prevent God's awakening. But God drove the unbelievers away and threw them into the abyss. But due to their wickedness, God was unable to be born properly. And so, she has slumbered ever since in the womb of the Holy Mother until the time of the awakening. That's all that I know.
That's it, huh? Well, thanks.
Father Vincent,
Oh, hi.
I heard that the Holy Mother has been found. Is it true?
Alessa has been found? Did Claudia say that?
Yes.
Then it must be true. Her sight rarely fails her.
Bless the Lord.
Maybe it's because of her great faith. But I could never be like her. I wouldn't want to.
Nor I. The truth is, Sister Claudia frightens me a little.
Well, now, let's both show our faith by forgetting about this little talk, okay?
Yes, but does that mean this land will finally be the home of eternal paradise?
If God wills it, my sister. If God wills it.
Well, yeah, something I was just thinking throughout that cutscene. When is Silent Hill set? Because if Silent Hill 1 was in present time, that means Silent Hill 3 is set in 2016. And if Silent Hill 3 is set in present time, then that means Silent Hill 1 was set in like what? 2003 minus 17. That's 93. It was set in like 86. I believe Silent Hill 1 being set in 1986 more than I believe Silent Hill 3 being set in 2016. But yeah, it's just a random thought I had in my while I was watching that. Anyways, for all these letters, so maybe a bunch of suggestions. People are starting to voice their dissatisfaction about Father Vincent using the organization's money for its own personal benefit. I've also heard rumors that Father Vincent has been extorting donations from some followers. Is he really the right person for such a position? I'm in no place to deny all he's done to make the organization grow. Even though we believe in God, if there was some sort of gathering, shouldn't we be valued not for our limited talents or talkativeness, but for the depth of our faith? LS. Lisa? No, I don't think it's this actually. Probably some other person whose name starts with S, which I'm sure is somewhere in the lore that we've read, but I wasn't paying enough attention. Anyways, let's see. So we had a cassette tape here, but that's about it. There's no that was just lore exposition. Is that guy up? A bit dangerous if it... Okay, that's a lot of people. Any more rooms back there? There was... I'll come back for it. Okay, but there's gotta be something I can do here. Jesus Christ. Ow. Come on, there has to be something in this room. Actually, no. Maybe there isn't. I'm pressing X on everything and I'm not finding anything of use. I mean, there are rooms that just have enemies for you to kill. I need to remember that. I remember that's a thing that happens a lot. Name Claudia Wolf is written very small on the cover. Oh, wolf, like maybe Claudia drew the picture of the wolf. I don't know. Looks like this is her diary. Well, let's have a read. November 10th. She didn't die then. She was born. I knew that for a fact. But then why haven't I found her yet? They were supposed to need her power to build paradise for the happiness of the people. She was supposed to be reborn for that. I'd really like to see her. November 14th. Read the Book of Paradise. I want to thank Father for lending me such an invaluable book. I found what I'd been searching for in there, how to awaken God, but it's much too cruel. Will I be able to pull it off when I see her? November 16th. I was free all day, so I read A Modern History of Refugees and Young Slaves, Child Exploitation. I don't want to be a mere bystander in this world. I can't do anything now, though, and that's what's hard. Well, Claudia trying to be a hero or being not very good at it. It's an old birthday card on the desk, so she was still hanging on to this. Let's see. Happy birthday to little Claudia, happy 6th birthday. I love you as if you were my real sister. Here's to you. I wonder if that was Alyssa that wrote that. That would make sense, actually. Here we got the High Priestess Tarot card. It's just a candle. And actually I haven't read the Fool's card. The Fool. This was in my old room, in a hospital room. What did this one mean again? It's a Fool. Oh, it has number 0 on it. Okay. How about the High Priestess? Then this card means something like genuine belief. Probably something like that. High Priestess, just like her. Okay. Well. I suppose we're done here. Yeah, I've explored every room that needed to be explored. Now we just need to make our way back to Heather's room. Or Alessa's room, or whatever you want to call it. Probably will be enemies here now. I know my Silent Hills. Actually, no, there aren't enemies. That's hella convenient. Alright, well, let's just see. Take a right. There's, I remembered right, there's a room just absolutely infested with enemies now. Or I suppose it was just like a guy. Ow. And I probably don't want to be here too much longer because the room will get all spooky. Okay, get out of the way of that thing. Keep going. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go through a couple more enemies before I can get to where I need to be. I hope I have enough supplies to fight the final boss here, because I really don't have too much. So I really don't like this place now. It's getting real spooky in here. Okay. Let's see. Ow. I knew I was gonna have to take at least one hit in there, but that's fine. We are still relatively okay. I'd almost like to go back and play this game on easy and kill fucking everything. That would probably make it make things almost a little bit more enjoyable. Be able to actually fight back against the enemies I'm dealing with and not have to worry about supplies too much. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. How are we doing on health? We're fine. We're fine. How are we doing on supplies, though? That might not be so okay. Okay, we got 6 ampules. I'm gonna have to make use of them, I'm sure. But, only 3 first aid kits, so I don't actually have any health drinks. And I haven't found that many healing items in here to begin with. My only saving grace fighting the final boss here would be the fact that bosses have consistently been easier than normal enemies in this game. So, you know, that's the thing. Also, I swear we just missed an entire area of Silent Hill. Like, I promise you Silent Hill 3 does actually have its own unique Silent Hill area that we never explored for some reason. And I feel bad about that because we should have seen it somewhere. Let me reread this, see what's the order. Shoot those battle blades stuck tight, a secret highlight is in your sight. You may be thinking, what could it be? You'll need 5 magic cards if you want to see. Okay, we got the 5 magic cards. What to do then with all of these, I'll tell you straight and no one sees. So long as you say please. Now, the first thing you must know is that there's something in each row, but that is not the half of it. 3 would be too hard to fit. Okay, so every row has at least 1 card. No row has 3 cards. Okay. The upside down man under the ground. To his right, to his left, there's no one around. So, upside down man, bottom middle. Leave him alone though, his tears are profound. The moon is up above the sky, full or crescent, floating high. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of a crazy clown. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of... Okay, so that I think this means that the moon is up in somewhere in the top row, and the fool is directly below the moon. Let's see. Your Excellency, praying to God Most High. Do you think you can tell me why you always look up at the night sky? That means the priestess goes in the middle somewhere. I suppose. Do you have it now, or you didn't forget? One major point you must not omit. And now that the last before you take a whack, here's one more hint to help you keep on the track. Scary and hateful, that thing in the night. Better be careful, it's not on your right. Turn to the left and you'll keep it in sight. That thing in the night, better be careful, it's not on your right, it's on... So there's a scary thing on the left. So you'll open the door, I'm just sure that there'll be nothing beyond... Forget about that, just... Okay. Let's see. Let's re-examine the cards we have. We have the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, the Moon, the Fool, and the Eye of Night. The Eye of Night is probably on the top left. The Fool... Okay. I think I kind of get it. Let's see. Come on, me. Just one in each one individual. Okay, the Eye of Night is gonna be up here. Okay. I know the Hanged Man has to be down here. Like that just makes sense. The Moon, however, can be... Huh. The Moon probably goes up here. The Fool directly below it. And the High Priestess over here. Okay, well, let's try the High Priestess over here. Okay, let's try... No. The Eye of Night has to be over here. Let's try doing this. The Fool goes down here. The High Priestess is right in the middle. And then the Moon up here. Oh. Okay. Let's see. I know for a fact this two have to be here. Except maybe not. Hold on. You know, what if this guy actually goes like over here? And then the moon goes up here. The high priestess goes like up here. And the fool down here. Nope. Okay, let me reread that. We're gonna have another one of these. Boy, oh boy. Okay, a tree would be too hard to fit. The upside down man under the ground. To his right, to his left, there's no one around. Leave him alone, though his tears are profound. I'm not sure if the tears being profound means anything, because I don't have any, like, tear signs. But, point is, again, I know for a fact the upside down man has to stay in the middle bottom with nothing to his right or left. The moon is up above the sky, full or crescent floating high. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of a crazy clown. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of a crazy clown. It sounds like the moon is directly above the clown. I mean the fool. But anyways, Your Excellency, praying to God Most High. Do you think you can tell me why you always look up at the night sky? Okay, so the priestess is in the middle. Do you have it now? You didn't forget one major point you must not omit. And now the last before you take a whack, here's one more hint to help you keep on track. Scary and hateful, the thing in the night. Better be careful, it's not on your right. Turn to the left and you'll keep it in sight. So you'll open the door. Okay, yeah, it's... It sounds like the Eye of Night has to be up here. And however, the moon doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle, but I'm gonna put it in the middle anyways. The fool goes in here. And then the high priestess can just go anywhere. Maybe not. Okay. I just have to figure out in which order these guys go. Let's try this. Let's put the moon up here instead. The fool over here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's what it was. I'm gonna save again, just so I don't have to deal with that puzzle a second time. In case I die for some reason. It's entirely possible. An hour and 28, actually 29 minutes of streaming. So yes. Still got half an hour before to keep this normal. I don't like those sounds. I don't like that map either, but I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water. Let's see. I'm gonna get chased by something here. Potentially, this camera angle is trippy as hell. Oh, hi. Okay. Oh, that's... wait, what does that say? There's a huge fan here. I can't get through. Okay, that's not. That's messing with my vision. Jesus Christ. Just big and scary. So what's beyond the door? Is it a boss fight? It's probably a boss fight. Or... nah, it's a boss fight. Probably.
What do I want? Well, for the two of you to die, that would be nice. Then I could relax.
That's mean.
When did you stop believing in God? God lives. Just look around you.
But I do believe in her. In my own way. I fear her, and I adore her.
Sounds like your boss.
I haven't lost my mind like you.
Are you sure about that?
This is the work of God? Isn't this all nothing more than your own personal nightmare? Just like Alessa 17 years ago? If this really is the work of God, then I'd say she has lousy taste.
You mock God? Traitor. You will go to hell.
Not that again! Who do you think you are, claiming to know God's will?
Go home, Vincent.
Home. This church is my
You have lousy taste too then, Vincent.
I built it with my power. The power of money that you view with such scorn. Although, I admit that this atrocious scenery is all yours.
If you continue to get in my way,
Did you kill me? Well,
Hello.
well. The guest of honor has arrived. Let's get this party started. Heather, go ahead and kill this crazy bitch. This demon who claims to speak for God. The time has come. You can kill her now.
you'll go to hell!
Ah well. They didn't like him much anyways. She killed the man.
Nothing important.
You're not going to run?
I love how Heather really doesn't care much either.
This is the end.
It's like, oh, you're doing that.
Beginning.
Man.
As Vincent said, the time has come. Alyssa, I'm saddened that you didn't agree to this on your own. But I thank you for nurturing God with all the hate in your heart. It's time for mankind to be released from the shackles of sin which bind them.
But a god born from hatred can never create a perfect paradise.
Happy people can be so cruel. Is it so hard to believe that sympathy could be born out of pain and suffering?
In your own twisted ways, yes.
Reject God's mercy. Why do you cling to this corrupt world? You know that only God can save us.
And save you too? Happy ending? I'd rather go to hell.
It really doesn't feel like the entire world is at risk. It's just Silent Hill and maybe like Portland.
I don't expect to be saved. And that's fine. Unless, my dearest, for the pain that I've caused you, I deserve no mercy. Even if it was to save mankind. It was too deep a sin. It was hubris for me to try to hasten the day of her arrival. Sacrifices were made. And those are my sins.
If you feel so guilty about it, why don't you go to hell? Heather, use the seal.
Vincent? The seal of Metatron?
Oh no, my only
Now
weakness.
your stupid dream is over.
Oh, that's just a piece of junk.
Then why did you scream at it?
Do with that? Do you really think it can kill God?
No, but a couple of shotgun shells would probably do it.
I'm sorry to see you fell for my father's foolishness.
What?
You're pathetic.
I'm really not sure the game wants me to, like, care about this. Or if it just wants me to be disturbed by Claudia's behavior.
Now, Alessa, there's nowhere else to run.
Oh God. Heather, you don't look so hot.
Just accept it, Alessa. The pain will disappear. Waiting so
Well, that was extremely painful. And I'm sure my controller would be going mental if I had vibration on.
see the coming of this day. I knew I would be a witness to it. Judgment Day.
That's a movie.
Alessa?
Well, she fought back.
Shut your stinking mouth, bitch!
Okay. Well, anyways, I can explore around a little bit. Vincent said I hated him too, but it doesn't mean this makes me happy. Why couldn't I have stopped Claudia? You could have, you just didn't. There's a hole in the floor. I don't care about that right now. This feels kind of like the game just wants me to go up and kill Claudia, but like I can also explore. See if I can find me something. You were looking at something just now, Heather. Oh, Vincent. Okay. Anyways, let's see. I'm pretty sure this is the final boss area, so let's get familiar with our fighting environment before we go and do anything particularly special here. Okay. Ow. Ow. Was I supposed to do something with Claudia before anything bad really went down?
God! Bring us salvation!
I should have known better. Okay. This game just cannot get enough of its fucking one death scenario. Like, instant death scenarios. Okay, at least I know there's nothing else for me to do before I just go straight to the room. Alright, let's just go. I was not hearing this praying before. That's new. It really feels like there's something chasing me right now. I'm pretty sure there isn't, but it feels like there would be. Okay, well, let's just... I don't think there's actually going to be any items or anything we can do. So, let's just come over here. Claudia. Claudia. Okay. I think that was... Yep, okay, I probably have to use the talisman thing. Thought I had to go up and hit her or something, but... Alright. Let's see. Let me just double check. Do I have any items besides that big old book I got from Vincent in the archives? Let me just read this thing real quick. The magic square with strong protective and dispelling properties is called the Vyram 7 Crest, or the Seal of Metatron. It will bring results regardless of whether the target is good or evil. Its strength therefore places a very high burden on the caster, as it is also difficult to control. It is not usually used. This is why it bears the name Metatron, after the angel Metatron, or Metraton, also known as the Agent of God. That's cool, I suppose. Okay, let's do this one more time. And this time, let's just use the thing of Metatron. I'll probably do it. I'm not hearing the praying this time. I'm only hearing the sirens and stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna run up to Claudia and use the seal of Metatron on her. Hopefully that'll do it. Hey, Alessa. I mean, Claudia. Yeah, have some of this. Have some of this. I can use the pendant. So when do I use the seal of Metatron? I don't know.
What are you doing? Dad?
Why would you eat that, Heather? What compelled you to do that? Okay,
She is nearly here.
I want to feel bad for you, but like at the same time, you brought that on yourself, Heather. What the fuck? Why would you just eat a rock? What? Are you?
What have you done? What did you swallow?
Yeah. Okay, you just puked. I think you puked God. That might be God.
Looks like God didn't make it.
Stop! God is...
Claudia!
God is. Don't. Game. Jesus. I don't need this in my life right now.
Lessa, you cannot kill God.
God is a tumor.
I will burn God. If you can't do it, Alessa, I will.
I don't think you're making it out of this one, Claudia.
Claudia!
I keep calling her Alessa, don't I? Claudia. That you're gonna puke God again? I'm okay. I should probably shoot. I don't think she can puke God normally anymore. Are you gonna puke on the hole? Probably gonna puke on the hole. Now you're bleeding out of your feet. There's spikes out. Is there something living down there? What's cracking, game? Hello? Ow! She was taken by the boogeyman. That was a much harder thing than that. Where's Vincent? Hey? Where did Vincent go? Okay, whatever, fine, just... What's down here? What would you... Oh, just jump down there. Oh. I sure hope there were no items in that room. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna have to fight the final boss. Pretty sure. Oh, is that the guy? I think actually has a name. Yeah, that guy has a name, but it's like Valtoris or something like that. You, however, well, that's some imagery. God is a mannequin. Well, that's Claudia's clothes. I don't suppose she's alive.
Can't be dead. I was gonna kill you.
I mean, you gave her the thing that made her die, so you kind of killed her.
This is God.
Yeah, God is a big ass mannequin. Okay, let's put the. Let's just unload what we have over here. Okay, maybe do something about the head over here. Actually, it's yeah, let's do this. Ow. Ow. How much does that hurt? A lot. Okay, let's reload that. Let's see, can I use this thing to make, like, maybe do a little bit more damage? Ow. Okay. And we're on red again. Jeez. That does a lot of damage. I think it is the final boss. I'm just going to use everything I have on it. Ow! How do I even dodge that? Like, can you? Actually, it seems like as long as I keep using the stun gun on it, it should be okay. I mean, I'm not sure how much damage this actually does, but okay. Let's see. So if I step away far enough, what exactly do you do when I'm far away? Do you even... Okay, she's about to do something here. Also, I might just want to heal here. I don't want to risk actually dying. There we go. Now we're in blue. I'm not sure what that does, but yeah, we'll take it. Oh, she sets the thing on fire. Ow. What am I doing on health now? Not gonna risk it. Hey, let me try using the katana here. Let's see. That is working pretty good. There we go. God is dead. It also has a spinal cord that looks kind of weird. Oh well. Step on it. Yep. Couple times. You're kicking it off, the head will go flying. That God looks like it's made of plastic. Anyways. I suppose we're done here. Actually, this looks kind of menacing.
The end? I guess it's time to roll the credits.
That's a bit fourth wall breaking-ish, but sure. Admittedly, the god your dad had to fight was a bit more threatening. Yeah, that one had lightning powers. This one can only make a small ring of fire, but it also has really big arms. What is that thing floating in front of you? There was like a single pixel of something floating in front of her, like they forgot to remove something out of her model. Has that always been there, or was that just for that one scene? Okay. Well, anyways. I think we're looking at the credits here in a second. Or the general ending cutscene. Hey look, it's the amusement park. Yeah, Douglas is here waiting for us, so that's probably where we go. And again, I'm still like very confused as to why we didn't go to Silent Hill. Like, I thought I would just naturally come into the story, like the actual Silent Hill 3 part of Silent Hill. Like, I feel like we would just naturally go into it eventually, but I guess it's optional somehow. I don't know how, but it is. Anyways, hi Douglas.
Heather, is it really over?
Not yet.
What?
You're still alive.
No. She's evil. Oh, never mind, she's not evil.
Just a joke.
Everyone says just a joke all the time.
You've got terrible taste.
Everyone in Silent Hill has terrible taste. Have you seen the kind of jokes these people like?
Call me that. I'm not hiding anymore.
Want me to use your real name? What was it again?
Cheryl.
Oh. Kinda like Heather better, but whatever.
You gonna let your hair color go back too?
I don't know. Don't you think blondes have more fun?
I guess, yeah, Cheryl's hair color is black. So she actually dyed her hair blonde. So yeah, if that's why the shadow evil Heather had black hair, because naturally Heather has black hair. But she dyed as blonde because she just likes blonde better, I suppose. Hi, it's Silent Hill 1 music. I like this song, so I'm just gonna let it play. Is this the credit song?
Spoke of torture, souls, so outrageous the toll.
What?
You can lose.
I actually did not remember there were lyrics to this. Anyways,
He refused
so that was Silent Hill 3. Final thoughts on it.
the town that
I might have mentioned that this was my favorite Silent Hill in the past, and now revisiting it back on it, I can say that it might still be in that spot, but not as strongly as before. Mainly because the combat kind of pissed me off sometimes.
doesn't end
I
we want.
will definitely say this.
And he shouts at the
Silent Hill has never been built for combat, and this game threw a lot more combat at us than I was expecting, like particularly group combat, like fighting more than one enemy. Every time that had to happen in this game, we were screwed. Like, just straight up, there was nothing we could do about it, and it liked to do that a lot, and the enemies are a lot tougher than in the previous games without necessarily, when that doesn't necessarily enhance the experience too much. Like, I feel Silent Hill 1 and 2 had fairly weak enemies, but it was still fine because the experience of Silent Hill doesn't focus on the combat. So when you make the enemies tougher and the supply is much more limited, it's closer to what Resident Evil does, which is fine, but it's not necessarily, doesn't necessarily benefit Silent Hill. So from that perspective, I think I'm actually enjoying the combat system of this game the least, even though it's technically the most advanced. The way they handled it isn't as like, I feel like it would be fine for the enemies to be that tough on like hard difficulty, but you know, there's a clear increase in difficulty from the normal mode in this game to the previous two Silent Hill games. But what I do like about this game a lot is it's the setting. Like, I actually do feel this is the scariest Silent Hill. The locations were the scariest, the monsters and the noises were the scariest, and Heather herself is a much more interesting, likable character than Harry or James, because you know she's got a lot more personality on the things she reads and everything, and you know she has a lot more lore to her character than Harry, and you know, comparable, and probably even more than James too. So I guess from the sense of what makes a Silent Hill game unique, this game does it best. Oh yeah, by the way, Heather's voice actress is also called Heather Morris. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah. So you know, the creepy atmosphere, the monsters, the scary noises. I feel like out of the original Silent Hill trilogy, Silent Hill 3 does that the best. But the combat does definitely retract from it, and the fact that it's not nearly as open as the previous two Silent Hill. Like, we only got to explore the area of Silent Hill a little bit, and again, I promise you that there is an actual area of Silent Hill that we can explore, but it's not here. It was apparently optional because we didn't encounter it at all. And I liked how in the previous games you actually went into Silent Hill itself and then into individual areas of it. And here it was just like, here, you're in an apartment building. Now you're in the mall. Now you're in the subway. Now you're in the apartment building. And there was like there was technically a transition into them, but there wasn't a world map to explore. And I like that from the other two games better. And I can definitely see why people like Silent Hill 2 better in general. And I still probably would say I like Silent Hill 3 better, but I can also respect Silent Hill 2 a lot. After having played all three of them, one after another. Anyways, let's see our rank here. Action level normal, riddle normal, clear time 6 hours, 47 minutes and 35. Okay, it actually gives us our rating here. You would have to do this on hard to get more stars. You'd have to do this a lot faster to get more stars than that. Split Worm, kill time, 2 stars. That's the best we can do apparently. Leonard, kill time. Memory of Alessa, kill time. The Missionary, kill time. Leonard, Memory of Alessa, and the God, kill time. So we killed the God as fast as we could, really. Clear number 1. Save and continue number 54. So, you know, save less and you'll get some stars. Item numbers, we got damn near every item, apparently. Or maybe even every item. We got every single star here. So, hey, that's good. Defeated enemy by shooting, 23. By fighting, 44. Total damage, 1,604. Okay, so for that we get... I'm not sure if that means 2 stars out of 5 or 7 stars. Considering the amount of stars you can get, I'm gonna guess that's actually 7 stars. Extra new game has been added to start screen. Play from there to see and enjoy extra features. Starting from new game will begin a new game without the extra features. You fulfill the conditions for the hidden weapon, Beam Saber. Oh, really? That's nice. Fulfill the conditions for the hidden weapon, unlimited submachine. Ooh. Extra custom has been added to the start screen. If you select this and enter the password, you can get a new custom. You got the extra custom password. Happy birthday. Yay. I mean, we're not really going to be looking at any of that, but hey. Do you wish to save player results and rankings? System info such as query info and extra features has already been saved. Yeah. Sure. Yes, but yeah. So Silent Hill 3 is still probably my favorite of the original trilogy. From the setting, from how scary it is compared to the others. Like, I know it didn't sound too scared throughout this entire stream trilogy. But trust me, these games are fucking scary. If I wasn't commentating and trying to be funny, I would probably be more scared by them. And, you know, playing probably... You know, I also have a couple lights around this room. So if I turn all the lights down and just play in a dark room at higher volume by myself with no commentary, this would be a lot scarier. But yeah, so we're done with that though. I hope you guys enjoyed Silent Hill 3 and just Silent Hill in general. Let's see something. Do I need to capitalize this? Probably. Let's see. Pay. Birthday. Let's just see what it looks like. Got a hair shirt. Ow. Cool. Okay. Let me just see what the options are. Let me see something here. Is it gonna give me the custom options? Or do I just start with a hair shirt? I just want to know. Hello? This takes a long time to load. There it is. There it is. Okay, so she is wearing a new shirt now. Cool. Right, I think her... No, that's Douglas, never mind. And she's Silent Hill. And she's really just wearing a shirt of herself.
Dad, it's me.
Okay. Let's see if we can get a better look at her shirt. Not much I can really do here anyways. We have anything in our inventory? Hair shirt, Silent Hill 3 original. Alright, cool. There's nothing else here though. Oh yeah, there's not much we can do in here. Yeah, I guess this gives us a good look at the shirt. But I need to go back to the options menu so we can get a quiet thing. I need this to go all the way down. There we go. Okay. Now, we can go ahead and watch a trailer for the next game that I'll be playing. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the BRB screen. And then I'm gonna throw in the browser. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna shut up during it. And then, once we're done here, I'll come back and do some commentary. But for now, enjoy.
From the land of the rising sun, a lone warrior was catapulted to a magical realm. It was a world on the brink of catastrophe, and its people called desperately for a hero. Now, only Musashi can thwart the mad designs of a ruthless corporation. One man, one chance, one destiny.
Square Enix.
Okay, so the next game we're going to be playing is Musashi Samurai Legend. Let me just put my chat window up in case anyone comes in. So Musashi, you might have at some point heard of the game Brave Fencer Musashi. It was a PS1 game made by Squaresoft way back in the day, and it was actually pretty well received, pretty interesting, and one of Square's classics, if you may. I played it a little bit as a kid, but I think I particularly played the demo of it, and I actually did have it on PS1 for a while, but after revisiting it as an adult, I actually didn't like it too much. But it also had a sequel on PS2 called Musashi Samurai Legend, which is set in a completely different world with a completely different cast of characters, and Musashi himself looks completely different from what he did on PS1. So it's basically almost like a reboot of the original Musashi game. And it's pretty fun. I didn't enjoy the PS1 game too much, but this sequel here on PS2 was actually quite a lot better than than at this point I would expect. It's decent hack and slash. It's got a very colorful art style. It's got some interesting gameplay. I'm sure it will have problems now that I will come back to revisit it, but yeah, this is the next game we're gonna be streaming. This is an action RPG, so it won't be quite as long as a generic JRPG, but it will be long. Like, I think we're looking at probably like a dozen or so streams of this game at least. I think it took me like 25-ish hours to finish it when I first played it. And that's doing a little bit of grinding here and there, so yeah, this will definitely be a game that we'll be playing for a little while. Not as long as Tales of Legendia. That I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of games that are gonna be as long as Tales of Legendia. That was insane. But we will be playing this for probably about a month and a half to 2 months, depending on how many streams I can get on it. And I will say that just by looking at my collection right now, this is one of 2 long games on PS2 that I have left. Like, I want to do the entire Silent Hill trilogy as a single long stream series, basically. But after that, I've only got this and one more game that I'm pretty sure most of you guys can figure out which one it is if you've been paying attention to the streams. But anyways, yeah, so for now we're just going to be doing Musashi Samurai. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm not looking forward to finding out that it's not as good as I remember it being, which like inevitably is going to happen, but I do remember the game itself being fun, at least. Again, not perfect. It has problems. Voice acting. I'll tell you this, something to look forward to. The voice acting in this game is atrocious. It is some of the worst delivered, most incompetent voice acting that I've ever heard. In a good way. Like, it's that incredibly cheesy, terrible voice acting that you love to hate, that you love hearing because it's just so bad it's good. Yeah, this game has that. Musashi, like the main character in particular, he's just terrible. Like, they picked the worst possible voice for him. And it's glorious. It's glorious at how terrible it is. So look forward to that. We'll be starting that potentially as soon as tomorrow. Like, I am able to stream tomorrow, so we might do that. And again, this is also a relatively long game, so I don't want to get through it as quickly as possible. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing next. And Silent Hill is done now, and I mean Silent Hill in its entirety is done now. I was only interested in streaming Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. I am not interested in streaming anything past that. They're not interesting enough for me to care. I don't have. I used to have almost every Silent Hill game. I don't anymore because I traded them in because I realized I didn't enjoy them that much. So yeah, it's unless Silent Hills gets brought back to a miracle, which I highly doubt, you're not seeing any more Silent Hill content from me, probably. Anyways, that's all the time I have for you guys today. Let's take that out of the screen. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been all for today. And so here says goodbye, Hollow Play 45.